We're getting there. We're getting there. Might need to stow the camera, guys. Woodsman 500 here, by the way. Out and where I belong, the woods. Hiking in. Oh, jeez, that was a deep hole. Deep hole. Just going for a little walk. I gotta do some high hiking here, guys, so I might be on and off. There's the oak-bound carry case for my water bottle in its pouch. Beautiful day for a walk. I'm taking my time because I have a camera here. So we're still getting it done. So I'm gonna stow the camera. We're gonna go up to a trail up there, and we're gonna walk along for a ways and be on the road. So stay tuned, guys. Trying to keep on trucking. I'm watching where I'm going, real careful so I don't mess up this camera. I'm gonna stow the camera with the trail's just up there and it goes down. Beautiful day though. Beautiful. Alright guys, I made it to the trail. This is actually a trail that I use for going along in the winter. It doesn't look like much of a trail, but it is because it's been marked. And down there. And it should be somewhere down there. Still videotaping. There's some swamp area down in there, so I'm going to take my time through that, guys. I'm trying to show a lot of the hike in. I'm going to the lake. No, I'm not going to tell you what lake it is. Why? Because I don't want people interrupting my peace and whatever. Thanks for all your views and stuff, by the way. You're wondering, well, what is he doing? Well, I'm going to the lake, so I'm going to do a little bit of filtration and stuff. I was planning on doing some shelter stuff, but I don't think I'll have time, so I always plan a lot more than what I can do in a run of a day. Still hiking in, guys. I'm gonna stow the camera for this, it gets a little nasty. Sun's out, beautiful day. Hey guys, I just came through a little bit of a swamp area, and up there, my little shelter that I made this winter. And that's where I cut a couple trees to make it. I wish I wouldn't have though, because I used up a lot of green, nice green trees, but I'm going to educate you guys a little bit, so it isn't a total loss. Yeah, it's on a little bit of a hill here. It's facing, that's the actual swamp down in there. So, I'm going to teach you a little bit of survival. Actually, geez, it's a nice find. Right there. He's right here. After they come up a little bit taller, you pull these out of the ground. The roots are edible. They don't taste very well though. You can boil them up to make them soft. There's a couple patches of them. They're the ferns. They're young ferns. You just dig them up and eat them. Ticks, I'm telling you. Always check yourself over for ticks. I just pulled one off me. Yeah, you can eat them. Eat the roots. Tons of nutrients. Doesn't taste very well though, which is most things. Down there, that's where I snare rabbits in the wintertime. Right now, it isn't really winter. So there she is. Time to do some educating, as I so delicately put it. Right here, it wasn't too good of a spot. When I actually built it, it was it was snow covered, so I didn't quite see all the deadfall that was down here. Good fire starter though. So yeah, here it is. I actually made this a little bit. Wait, that's a tripod, by the way. I'm just gonna hand hold it for now. Actually, you can see right in there. I'm actually made it an A-frame, and then I poked this part out right here, and that drops her all the way down. It's an A-frame, a lot of brush. Over on this side, this is a side with an A-frame here. We had a fire here. Actually, this year, actually, you could see the smoke coming out of the crack. It was in the dead of winter, right? So we didn't know. There's where it actually burnt. Not good light down in there. But you get the gist. We raised that up too before we burned, so that it wouldn't melt through the snow for a little, and that provided an extra fuel for later. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's down in there anyways. I tried to use my flashlight. Whew, it's a hot out day out. I might strip my jacket, and I am wearing a jacket, by the way. Here I am. Yeah, we actually moved the fire so that it was over here, so we wasn't catching this on fire. Good way to tell if a fire is new or not. Just dig in a little ways, and then when you get an accurate read, and just touch it a little bit. Because this was in the winter, there is really no fire danger. Over there, that could be a possible problem because how it burns the roots, and it can travel for miles. The way you put a fire out is get tons of water, like 2-liter water jugs, and just dose it and stir it with like a stick or something. Stir it so that it's just like mush. And then you'll be set. You won't have to worry about any fire damage. And there's inside. Because it was winter, I have a thick layer of pine boughs. I actually compressed quite a bit down to a few inches, but I know I'm good. And here I am looking over the swamp. A little dirt on the screen here. I need to clean it off. Alright. Hiking on, guys. Oh, make sure that you don't catch your brush on fire. That happened. So I'm going to move over here to show you guys something. Right there. This is bark I've been gathering up. I'll show you how to do it later. It's just pieces of birch bark that I've cut and peeled. I'm going to do that farther down that way. There's some old pine, dead stuff laying around. So once again, I'm going to stow the camera for that, guys. So normally you'd layer brush so that it's running like up and down, because then the water just trickles off it. But for the time being, I just threw it on. And I am covering it slowly. I mean, it's a big surface to cover, but we're getting there. And before I should have done that, I should have took some of this deadfall and chopped it and laid it down and then put my pine boughs. So if it ever got wet under there, it would just flow right underneath me and I'd be dry. Another spot where I thought about doing it was that upturned root down there. I'll go down there maybe later if I have time. But I voted out because the swamp is right there. That's the edge of the swamp. That goes on for miles. Not really miles. It stops there. And then it comes out on this side. So, oh well. Woodsman 500 here. Stay tuned. I'm going to stow the camera. Thanks for joining me on my little hike. Gotta go get the tripod though. Alright guys, just went over some rough stuff there and going up this little road that they made when they cut this out. Actually, this is cut out real bad. I'm gonna poke out to a road here, and there's some deer tracks. Actually, I think that's deer. Yeah, that's deer. I am a hunter too, so. I actually found a hat. I'll show it to you later. In the woods, it used to be mine. I lost it when I was like 2 or 3. One that my dad gave me when he went to Cuba. Alright guys, I'm gonna poke out to the road here. I'm gonna have to go through some of this, so I'm gonna stow the camera for it. Pretty nasty. Yeah, it is kind of a local area because there's a house right down in through there. But alright guys, stowing the camera once more for guys back again. This is an old deer blind that somebody had. It was more like a bow blind, something like, oh geez, there's a squirrel. Standing there. There he is. Right there. Scared me. Yeah. There we go. That's kind of neat. I got some awesome footage. He must have made a nest somewhere down there. Anyways, this is an old deer blind. You can see where they nailed it in. Right down in there, there's usually deer somewhere in there. You're going that way, down that road. Yeah, we're right by road. Man, that squirrel scared me though. There's a little path that drops right down to the road. Got some. And then we tried to make a shelter there, but that tree fell over too. But it didn't work out, so. Oh well, I want to make some sometime I want to make a old, like a deadfall. Not a deadfall, like, you know what I mean. Like something made out of deadwood. Like a debris shelter, that's what it is. There's a lake down in there, guys. I'm still hiking along. I'll get there. That's nice forest right in there, and then they cut a little bit over in here too. This is a road, by the way. I feel a little bit more comfortable. Oh, that's where I camp, right in there. I was gonna bring up some stuff to show you guys how to hang your food when you're out in the woods, but I'll wait till I get a chance to come out here with my tent stuff set up. There's another logging road down in there that they use. That goes down to a swamp. Hiking along. We're getting there. This is a nice little hike. When I came home, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get out and do it. I was gonna do another review. By the way, you might not be able to see it right now, but on my back I got level 2 first aid. And my water bottle, of course. I'm hydrating. Oh, these are the Herman's Survivor boots. I really should have had another layer of socks. That just keeps friction in between the two layers of socks and not on that one layer of sock. And it's hard to explain. We'll do a separate video on it. Coming out to the lake, guys. A nice day. It's all nice woods. I go squirrel hunting down sometimes down in here. The water's real low. And yes, there is a couple of houses up there too. I actually saw a couple of deer down that way. 10 or 12 of them running. That's where I saw them, right down there in the swamp. Like the swamp. Can't trip a deer. I tried to keep up with them, but spider. Look at that. Coming out to the lake, guys. Nice spot to come and visit. There's actually an old camp here. I used to know the people who, actually I still didn't know the people, but they don't come here no more, so I come down and help myself. But it's just a nice, beautiful spot to come. I usually come whenever I want to. When I get the chance, really. Nice spot. Coming up to the lake, guys. There's a little stream there. I'm going to do some filtration stuff with you guys after I get set up. There's a little beach down in there. Usually we take our boats or canoes down. We paddle out to the other side. If I had time, I'd go back on that point. Maybe some other time. And there we go. Here's some shots of the lake here. Alright guys, this is the lake. I'm just getting set up here. I'm going to give you guys another shot of it because it's amazing. Here's all the way to the other side. That's where we usually canoe. All the way out there. This camera has some nice zoom on it, so just a nice spot. Thought about bringing the fishing rod down, but never bothered. Here's the island. Usually I go to the point and walk across out there. It's not much to call an island, but... And yeah, there's some houses down on this side of the lake. Oh well. I like it. It's a nice spot. A lot of people come down here for vacations. The person who's actually next to me right now is... he actually owns a cottage down here that's real nice. It's real nice. You can't hardly can hear any noises. So it's nice, and not very many boats on this lake either. So it's a bonus. I do a lot of canoeing on this lake. There's a little cottage down there. Cool. Nice place to come. No, I'm not going to tell you where it is. Still Still a nice spot, one of my favorites. Normally if I go to the point, I'll come up through there, hike all the way around and come out. It doesn't take me that long. Alright guys, I'm gonna go get set up and discuss what I brought, and then we'll get set up here. Kinda hard to do the filming with only me, but oh well. I'm still enjoying it. I'm glad you guys could come along with me. Nice. Alright guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna break out what I got.